Ms. Toole, this is your former daughter-in-law.
They were never married.
Okay. They were together for how long? Because you identify her in your complaint as my ex-daughter-in-law. And how long has Ms. Messenger been separated from your son?
Probably 5, 6 years.
And in December of last year, you have a daughter. Your daughter was tragically killed in an automobile accident. She had 3 children. Her 3 children are now with you.
Correct.
Did they come to live with you immediately after her death? According to your complaint, the defendant was touched by this tragedy. You don't say that, but that's what it appears, and decided to hold a fundraiser for the 3 children. What kind of fundraiser did you decide to hold for the 3 children?
I did a spaghetti dinner
Where?
at a bar that I work at.
Did the bar donate any part of the...
Their space.
They donated their space?
Right. My boss allowed me to have it.
And tell me how it worked. People came for spaghetti dinner. Dinner was so much, and anything over that dinner went to the fund for the children?
Correct. All of it went to the fund. They would come in if they wanted to purchase a meal. They would get a ticket. Then they would go and grab the meal. And we had bake sale, also had raffles and stuff like that.
So there was an entrance fee to get in?
Basically, yes.
Not basically. Was there an entrance fee to get in?
There was not. You paid for a spaghetti dinner.
And how much was that?
It was $15. You got it to go back.
Who provided the dinner is what I'm trying to...
I had people donate the food.
And that was the only fundraiser you had?
Correct.
This is what the case is about. Case is about the fact that, put your hand down, that she says $1,800 was raised at that dinner. You don't seem to deny that $1,800 was raised for the benefit of the children. The plaintiff has custody of the children. She says you should turn that money over to her. And your position is that I'm waiting for Social Security numbers for the children so that I can open up accounts for the children.
Correct.
Okay, that's your position.
Correct.
Okay, how much planning did you have to do for this dinner?
We served it.
Who set it up?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so if you're not sure, she says she set it up. So the defendant set it up. Did you have any conversation with the defendant prior to the event, which I assume you attended,
Yes, I did attend it.
for the whole thing?
I had to leave at 9 because I had to take the children out of the bar.
Okay, what time did it start?
7 or 8.
So you were there for an hour?
No, we were there. We had went and got where we were serving it set up too.
Oh, okay, so you were there until 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
During that time or before that time, did you ever have a conversation with Miss Messenger about what would happen to the funds that were collected?
Never,
Never.
never.
Well, then can you explain your position to me as to why you think she has to give you that money?
Yeah, exactly. Why does she think she... This is a classic thing of someone that thinks that suing someone is going to solve all of their problems. It's like, do you have any critical thinking to realize that, oh, maybe if I thought this through and was more clear in my communication with this person, I wouldn't have to bring him to court. This is a classic case. What do you guys think where do you think this is gonna go? This is just classic.
Okay, first of all, the benefit, I had no idea until the day before the benefit. She did not ask me,
No, just a second.
did not include me.
She doesn't have to.
Okay, but
Okay, she doesn't have to ask you. She doesn't have to include you. It would be nice, but she doesn't have to ask you. She doesn't have to include you, okay? And what was the date of this event, by the way?
The 9th.
The 9th of?
December,
And when was the accident with your daughter?
December 3rd.
So it was relatively quickly after that.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to get back to why you think that you have a position, a legal position, where she has to turn that money over to you.
Okay, I have interim custody of the children. There is expenses. My daughter's apartment had to be emptied. I had to put her stuff in storage. I'm not physically able to be moving their belongings into our house that we just got for the 3 children and myself. I not only had to empty the apartment, get it in storage.
So what you're telling me is that you had expenses.
Yes, I have.
That's not a reason that she's got to give you money she raised for the benefit of the children.
But the benefit stated, there was a flyer put out for Brandy Hoteling to help her lay at rest and her 3 children. It never said about accounts. I have opened, when this happened and the kids come with me, I opened accounts for the kids. I went to my credit union to see if I could open accounts.
That's a good idea.
If I could open accounts that they couldn't touch, nobody could till they were 18. I couldn't because of them being minors. They had to go under my name, but they're in their own accounts. I have that on my phone that I can show you.
It's nice that you have accounts for them.
But I feel that if you're going to do a benefit, that's wonderful that you would do something like that. But do what you say you're going to do in the benefit.
That's what she says she wants to do. She said she needs the children's Social Security numbers so that she can open up an account. You can have accounts under Uniform Gift to Minors Act in every bank, in every financial institution. that are in your name for the benefit of a child, which is what you can do. I know I have 13 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild, and I have accounts for all of them, okay? But I have a brother. And if my brother said, I want to open up accounts for your grandchildren, and I said to him, well, give me the money because I have the accounts already. He said, no, I want to be in charge of those accounts. It's what I want. I got the money, but I want it for the benefit of the children. And what I'm telling you is she can open up the accounts for the benefit of the children just as well as you can. Just because you have expenses, Ms. Toole, that's not what this benefit was for. In her mind, she ran the benefit. And you said you had nothing to do with it. She ran the benefit for the benefit of the children. And what she's supposed to do is open up accounts for the benefit of the children. Did you go to the bank and say to the bank, I want to open up accounts for the benefit of the children? And did the bank advise you that you needed any particular document?
Yes. That I
What
needed
document
some
you-
form of social security numbers, because again, I wanted to be the primary person to where she couldn't have access to it.
Okay. Where do you come from? What jurisdiction?
Toledo, Ohio.
And how did you get here today? By plane?
On plane, yes.
And there was certain expenses and fees that you would be receiving for traveling to do your case here.
Correct.
We're going to hold those fees. And I see that I'm not going to get any cooperation from Ms. Tooley, even though I've told her that she can give you the kid's social security number so that you can open up these accounts for the benefit of the children. That's her prerogative. But you can go to the bank and get savings bonds for the children, and you don't need their social security number.
Okay.
All you need are bonds in their name. What I'm telling you, Ms. Tooley, if she had their social security number, that money would be growing interest. So at a certain point, they'll be able to cash in these bonds and have a little spending money when they either go away to college or start a job or are looking for an apartment or something. I assume that you get some sort of benefit for the children.
No, I do not yet.
Okay. Was their mother a working person?
Yes, she was.
Well, if she's a working person, and then the children are entitled to Social Security benefits. Was she a working person all of her life?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, if she was a working person all of her life, she was entitled to Social Security. And if a person who was entitled to Social Security dies, children, minor children, are entitled to Social Security. Did anybody tell you that?
They did tell me that, but
Okay,
it's
so
in
why
the
didn't-
works of custody. They couldn't do it until that was established.
Well, no, they could do it.
That's what I was told.
Well,
And I went down there.
who are you arguing with over custody?
Nobody. The fathers want them to stay together because they've been through enough tragedy. And so I'm not arguing with them.
Are the fathers contributing to their support?
The one said he has been, but it's just sitting there. He said, do you know what's going on? I said, everything's at a standstill till June 7th.
Oh, so it's going to be resolved relatively quickly.
Yes.
Okay, good. What I'd said to you is if she had their Social Security number, she could put it in an account that may bear some interest for them. If she does bonds, they have to wait until they're 21 years old. It's a relatively short period of time.
I can do bonds, that's fine.
You
It wasn't
you
weird.
can, I don't know if they're long enough.
Right.
What's your objection to giving her their Social Security number?
Because for one thing, she's not financially stable. She has ran bills up on a family member.
Okay, so you would prefer that she buy a bond,
Yeah.
a 7-year bond.
But also, what about the help with the daughter? I mean, it's right there on the flyer.
You mean for your daughter who's deceased?
Yes.
She can't help her, Mrs. Tooley. She can't help her.
So that was false on
No,
the
she
flyer?
can't help. She can't help her.
Right,
She
right.
can't help her.
Right, I know.
And so her and the children. And if you're not going to allow her to have their Social Security number so she can put it in an account, she is going to buy U.S. bonds for the children in the children's names. And my clerk in the back will hold everything until we receive proof that those bonds have been purchased in the children's names. Hold on to them until the children are 18, and then you can give it to them.
Okay.
Because you can't cash them in anyway.
Right.
Okay? This case is over. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This court is adjourned.
See, this is one of those things where I feel like there's some sort of bitterness between the plaintiff and defendant. Obviously, there is. And it's a tragic situation. You know, the mother of the children passed away in this accident. And the idea that you would just be so bitter that you would withhold something that's good for the kids, that is such a selfish thing. And I totally agree with Judge Judy on this judgment. What do you guys think about the judgment? Do you think it was too much, too little, or just right? I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know.